Well, howdy from Oklahoma. Oklahoma's okay. And from Route 66. That's right, the old Route 66. This is it right here. I actually stumbled across it here. I was coming across the panhandle of Oklahoma and turning south to go down to Texas to go visit Kelly and Chris, and then came across Route 66. Blah, 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 blah. Route 66. And, you know, Route 66 being what it is all along the U.S., got all these interesting kind of things. Well, we're going to go see some stuff in Reno, Oklahoma before we get off Route 66, and then it's going to be kind of interesting, I think. Before we get to El Reno, take a look at this. Got some 18-foot tall cutouts of Uniroyal men, or whatever they are. This is a Paul Bunyan-inspired Uniroyal man, and it's actually inspired by one that's like this, sort of, over near Flagstaff, Arizona. Here's a Uniroyal gal inspired by Nitro Girl in New Jersey. And then over here we've got a Uniroyal guy doing the twist. And these sorts of things you really will find along Route 66 as you go across the U.S. Now these were all made and then placed here by a guy named John Cerny, who's done a number of these kinds of artwork and murals across the U.S. Who knows, maybe we'll come across some others. But these right here, just west of El Reno, along Route 66. So let's continue, see what else we see. You know, in addition to those 18-foot cutouts of muffler men, and they're called muffler men, not Uniroyal men. Just the one on the end was a Uniroyal man. Anyway, I came across this trading post. It's got a tall Indian out there, and it's also got buffalo just sitting around, and a mural on the side of a building right here. And speaking of murals, El Reno here is home to a few murals commemorating Route 66. Here's one of them. Painted by Chris Small, this mural depicts Route 66 passing by this building here over the years, and the different businesses that have occupied it over all those years. And around the corner is Bob Palmer's mural, this one welcoming everyone to downtown El Reno. Across from here is located behind Heroes Plaza. This mural is showing veterans and honoring them, those who've been buried at Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia. And these ones are illustrating different points in El Reno's history, including the Cheyenne Arapaho Reservation, the Darlington Indian Agency, Fort Reno, the Rock Island Railroad, Oklahoma's original land rush, the Caddo Springs Station, Jesse Chisholm Trail, and the Spanish explorer Francisco Coronado, who came through the area as well. And then finally, where Route 66 passes under the railroad, we find more Chris Small murals, and this one depicts the Rock Island and Union Pacific railroads, and then across the road is showing Small Town Weekend, which is a community event that happens every June. So this looks like a place where the people take a good bit of pride on their community, and there's a lot of history here with Route 66 coming through here. The Chisholm Trail came through not too far away, just down the line. Speaking of the line, the Rock Island Railroad came through here, and then Reno is also famous for a Depression era food item that was kind of made out of necessity, but now has become kind of a delicacy. And that's the onion burger. Have you ever heard of an onion burger? Onion burgers were the result of the Depression when, as you know, people didn't have a whole lot of money. And so sometimes they had to stretch their food dollar, so to speak. So there was a guy that owned a restaurant here, and in order to keep his burgers at 5 cents or 10 cents, what he would do, and then what people started doing, is they'd take the beef, and then they'd take an onion, shred the onion, and mix the onion up into the burger to make the burger go that much further. It's like a 50-50 between the burger and the onion. And so then the onion burger was invented, and then after the Depression it became not a necessity but a delicacy. And so, you know what? Why don't we go into Robert's Grill, which has been operating since I think 1928, and experience firsthand what an onion burger tastes like. Howdy. Say hi. Good.
Should I give something first? Yeah, she doesn't have a building anymore. She just
Okay, this is Linda. Linda came in and had an onion burger with me.
My very first one, and he paid for it for me.
Her very first one, my very first one. Is it everything that it was cracked up to be?
Well, I'm glad I had it. It was good, with a lot of ketchup.
It was unique, and it could be tasty, but you know, they had to do that to stretch the meat. So you know, but that was our onion burger in downtown El Reno, Oklahoma. So if you ever get out this way, hit El Reno, because it's really a kind of a unique little community, right?
It really is.
Okay, there you have it. So that was Linda. I was just sitting there eating my Indian burger and minding my own business when she comes walking in, bubbly as ever, and we got talking. And so she travels quite a bit, traveled around the world, doing a whole lots of stuff. And then we just got talking and had our onion burgers together, and she's taking off that way, I'm taking off this way. So Linda, if you see this, nice meeting you, and hopefully our paths cross. But speaking of paths, I'm heading down to Texas, and before I cross the border, got one more thing to show you. What could that be? Has to do with a song. Well, as the sun sets, it's, I guess, appropriate that our time in Oklahoma sets here in Duncan, Oklahoma. And I guess it's also appropriate, too, that we end our time in Oklahoma with another mural. And this mural along with the building that it's on, is associated with a famous song by a famous artist. Are you ready? Famous two artists. Are you ready for this? Okay, so here we go. The famous artist was Elvis Presley, and the famous song was Heartbreak Hotel. And why is it so famous that Duncan, Oklahoma is associated with Heartbreak Hotel and Elvis Presley? Well, it turns out that the song Heartbreak Hotel was written right here in the lobby of this building that used to be a motel by May Boren Axton. May Boren Axton. And if that name sounds familiar, sort of, she was the mother of Hoyt Axton, who is depicted here. And both Hoyt Axton and his mother were actually from here in Duncan, Oklahoma. So Elvis Presley, Heartbreak Hotel. This used to be a hotel. The song was written in the lobby of what the hotel was right here. And Hoyt Axton and his mother were right here from right in Duncan, Oklahoma. And by the way, the Heartbreak Hotel topped the charts at #1 in 1956 for Elvis Presley. So how about that, huh? And then, speaking of songs and in the charts, I have a trivia question for you in a second about Hoyt Axton himself. So this is our time in Oklahoma, just a short zip, and now it's on to Texas, and I don't know what we're going to find there, but we'll find something, and then after that I think I'm going to head into Arkansas. Okay, now for your Hoyt Axton trivia question. Before I get to it, Hoyt Axton was famous for a few songs, one of them being Bony Fingers. Work your fingers to the bone, what do you get? Bony fingers! And then also, surprisingly, you remember this song? Joy to the world, all the boys and girls now. But the other song that I really remember was from 1979, and it got as high as number 17 in 1979, and that's this song right here. And I'll end this episode with this song. But what I wanted to show you, what I came across, is look at this here.